Alright, got all of our steering stuff on here, and this has been working really well. The steering is extremely tight, so there's just no wiggle room left in it, and that's great. One of the issues we have though is that it is unpainted. Oh. And I still need to put a jam nut on this side. You can see that heim joint stays still while this thing spins, which is not good. Jam nuts on this side, but this stuff is super smooth, really loving it. I need to take this all off though, and we've got to paint it. The cool thing is I've been looking at a bunch of different types of paint, and I want to get one that is weldable, which exists, believe it or not. After I take this off, that's what we'll look at. We'll look at the brand I end up going with, and I'll talk a little bit about the other brands that are out there. So we got the drag link and the tie rod laid out, direct sunlight. Got some measurements written down just for when the heim joints get moved around. We'll be able to put them at the right length again. Pretty crazy how just over 2 feet for the drag link. I left the rod ends on so I could use those to support the tubes, so that way it's not too hard to just flip them over, and that way when we paint the other side of these tubes, you know, the opposite isn't going to be laying flat. Decided to go over them with some mineral spirits first. We'll get those nice and clean. I went over and just dried them off the paper towel. That does leave a little bit of residue on. Make sure you wipe off those little pieces. There's just little bits of fuzz in some of the spots. Now this piece has a lot of slag built up on it, and some of them I just couldn't get off. Since this is a little bit of a test, I want to see how this paint deals with those imperfections. Like, do you really have to get it nice and smooth, or will it cover some of that up? So we'll be able to see here in a minute. I'm going to leave these out in the sun, get them warmed up, and then I'm also going to let that remainder of the mineral spirits dry it off, and in the meantime we'll look at this paint. So I've been looking at a couple different types of paint. First one is the most popular. It's Steel It. The problem with Steel It for me is it's just so dang expensive, you know, even when price isn't the only factor. I find it very difficult to pay that much for spray paint. Now the special thing about these paints is that they can be welded over without stripping them. So if you break something on the trail, you can just start welding right over the paint. That's the point for me. And Steel It, as far as I know, is like the first one to really be doing stuff like that, especially in the aerosol can. But there are two other companies. Seymour has a stainless black, and Alloy Armor has one as well. I decided to go with the Seymour paint just because I want to try something different. There aren't a lot of people using it, and it looks a little bit different than the Steel It as far as the pictures go. Steel It looks like it's almost a flat black, little tiny specks of stainless in it, and you know, otherwise looks really great. Seymour one looks like it has maybe a texture to it, but definitely more of those stainless specks in it. So we're gonna check it out. I ordered a 6-pack. We'll see how it goes. It's in this giant box. There we have the new black stainless finish from Seymour. So you can see it's got the roll cage right on there. Looks like that's kind of their thing, mostly chassis and roll cage. But 300 degrees heat resistance, corrosion, gas, oil, chemical, pretty sweet. I'm gonna leave these out in the sun, get them a little warm, and then we'll shake them up and get spraying. So don't have too much to paint. I'm hoping I can do both the tie rod and the drag link with just one can. And then as we paint other things on the Jeep, we'll use more of it. So right now, depending on how this goes, I'm planning on getting the paint off of these fenders and then painting those the same, just to match. And then basically anything new we add to the Jeep. So I might redo the rock sliders. I have the rear fenders, and then you know, bumper, stuff like that. All right, let's get these warmed up. right, first coat done. I'm gonna give a timer for 6 minutes and then we'll do another light coat. I'll do 3 on this side and then we'll flip it over. We'll do 3 on the other side. Initial impressions, it looks pretty good. You can kind of see it. It does look a little bit textured, but I think that's just because it has those flakes in it. So, so far, digging the color. You can see it best on the pitman arm over there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks like it's doing a good job so far covering up all the imperfections from when I smacked the heck out of this thing with a hammer and some of my poor welds on there. So, all right, looking good so far. 6 minutes. All right, second coat going on. Honestly, this is looking pretty dang good for only 2 coats. All right, third coat. All right, let it sit for 6 minutes after that last coat. And here's a look. Hopefully you can get something out of this on camera. It's looking pretty dang good. To me, it looks very similar to Steel It. Maybe a tiny bit more of like a sparkle look, but very dark gray, not quite black. I think it looks good so far. So now I'm gonna flip these. We'll do the same thing, 3 coats, 6 minutes apart, and then we'll let it go for its final cure overnight, which it says is 48 hours. Wow, that's a long time. That's okay. We'll let it sit. All right, final coat. Feels like we got maybe 1/3 of the can left. Let's do this. All right, that's it. See how these turn out. All right, it's the next day. Here's a look at that finish. It looks pretty dang good. Definitely can still see any pieces of slag, those imperfections and stuff, but I like it. It's hard to describe. It's almost like a flat paint, some specks of sparkle in it. Yeah, I like it. So I'm gonna get these adjusted to the correct length and we'll put them back on the Jeep and this steering should be ready to go. Now, one thing I haven't really talked about since my last steering video is this pitman arm came out great. The problem is it just doesn't have enough throw, so I'm not getting all of the turn out of the knuckles. It's kind of limiting it. So what I'm going to end up doing is basically the same thing except with a flat Astro arm. So the Astro arm comes out straight like this. I'm going to build the drop part to make it double shear and then put it on there. So one of the things about that was when you put that arm on, because of these master splines in here, the thick ones, the arm was already like that when it was straight. So when I went to turn left, it would max out pretty quick. Only way to fix that was to correct it with the drag link, and then, you know, I was just losing out on steering angle. So what I already started doing was getting a triangular file and filing down the master splines so it can go on in any position. So that will all be for another video, but yeah, this Seymour paint, loving it. I could see myself using this for a lot of stuff. It's gonna be rough to go over everything with it just because it's not bare metal. You know, I'd have to take the paint off to do it. For now, my plan is to have just the armor be that color, and then as I add new accessories on, maybe I'll make those the stainless black also. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for checking out this video. See you guys in the next one.